to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens. I'm the author of the young adult fantasy Firian Rising, and this is English Nerd. So for today's video, I thought I would do a 2-minute writer about irony, because when I was in high school and even in college, people would throw around the word ironic or irony, and they seem to mean it in a lot of different ways. And generally it was super confusing, and I didn't feel like I could use it in papers or anything because I was afraid I was using it incorrectly. So I just wanted to clear up exactly what irony is and give you a few examples. So here we go. There are 3 different types of irony. So number 1, we have situational irony, which is when the outcome is the opposite of what's expected. So a good example of that is in The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry, which is just an adorable Christmassy story if you haven't had the chance to read it. It goes that there is this young couple, they don't have enough money to get each other presents, but they give up, or we follow Della, the girl. She gives up the only thing that she's able to sell, which is her long luxurious hair, to get a watch chain for her husband, because the one nice thing that he has is the watch face. And the end is exactly the opposite of what's expected, and it's just absolutely charming. So there is verbal irony, which is just sarcasm. You say one thing but you mean the opposite. So if I say, I loved Wuthering Heights, then I mean the opposite. I really hate that book. So it's just sarcasm, essentially. And then dramatic irony is my favorite, I guess, if you can have a favorite kind of irony, which is where the audience knows something that the characters don't. So a really classic example of this is in Oedipus the King, where all of the audience knows terrible, terrible things about Oedipus, but he does not know them about himself. Another famous example of dramatic irony is in Romeo and Juliet, where we know that Juliet's not actually dead. She just took the potion that would feign death, and so when Romeo comes and he's so distraught about how she's dead, we know, the audience knows way more than he does, and of course everything ends very, very poorly. So there we go, situational irony, verbal irony, dramatic irony. Those are the types. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Make sure to subscribe for more English nerdy goodness, and I'll see you next Monday.